A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand. Hello everybody, welcome to Tinpot, a Scottish football podcast. With myself, Tom Leask, your host, and sadly just with one of the Tinpot trio, or one of the two extra Tinpot trio. You know what I'm trying to say. Matthew Strugnall's here. Andrew Guild is not. Matthew, how are you?
Yep, good mate, very good.
Good. Glad to hear. Butchered that intro. Sorry, and I've also interrupted you now. It's a bad start.
No, sorry. What do you say? Tinpot football.
Yeah,
football. Was it?
I think without Andrew here, we're struggling to get through, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
He's the glue that holds the podcast together with his inane ramblings for minutes on end.
He is. Without him, this will be nothing.
When he's
could be the last
talking
episode.
shite for ages, gives us some time to compose ourselves, But unfortunately, without him talking for a long time. And between us, we have to sort of just get on it straight away, so less time to think, more time to speak.
You and I back and forth like a very erotic game of tennis.
Or
for the
paddle.
ears, if you're listening. Or paddle, yeah. Anyway, coming up in what is episode 30.
Can you believe it?
Who'd have thought we'd have done 30 of these, eh? Episode 30 of
Not me.
Tinpot. We'll be doing an update in the Predictor League, chatting about 3 games from the weekend. We don't have Andrew here to chat about his one, but Matthew will just do an Andrew impression for a minute and give you a run through of that game.
Yep.
We're then going to be discussing. There was loads and loads of talking points from the weekend, wasn't there? Nancy's first win for Celtic. Is that the corner turned? Aberdeen's fantastic streak of form has come to an end away at Parkhead as well. Whereas Derek McInnes marches on at the top of the Premiership table, now 6 points clear. Top at Christmas. That was the talking point. Rangers look like they're now out of the title race. All these things were big talking points from the weekend, but we're not going to be discussing any of them at length. In fact, we're going to be going a bit further down that top division and looking at Kilmarnock, who, specifically Dom Thompson, who had an altercation with a fan. So we're going to be discussing, should fans be getting that involved? How should players react? What is the line? And just having a bit of a blether back and forth between Matt and I about that. After that, we're going to have some festive fun, because this is dropping on the 23rd of December. Big Father Christmas, St. Nick, Chris Kringle's almost arrived to empty his sack all over the world in loads of people's living rooms. So that's almost here. So we're going to have a bit of festive fun and then close out with a quiz, as we always do. Can't be a single episode without a quiz. But that's coming up in episode 30. Before we go any further, Matthew, we've not spoken for a good week now. What's been happening? How are you?
Fine. Yeah, fine. I've succumbed to the old Christmas illness. I've had a bit of a sore throat and swollen glands. This one.
Oh.
On this gland.
Glands or glands?
Do you have one or two glands? Do you have one gland or two glands?
Gland with a D and an S at the end, or just GLANS? Big
What's
difference.
glands? Gran. I've got a swollen gland on my throat and a flaccid gland down below.
Lovely stuff.
But other than that, mate, just been fucking hanging out with kids and soft plays over the weekend. Saturday, my daughter was invited to 2 parties, one in Bathgate, one in Dalkeith, so it was all go on Saturday. The first one,
postcodes.
I know. First one in Bathgate was a place called the Hive, not the club in Edinburgh.
Not Hive till 5.
No, but it was a strange old party. Topped off at the end by a young worker in a giant bee costume who gave a very sad impression of a depressed bee. Bees are known for buzzing about, being quite active. This bee stood there and waved to children in the same spot for 5 minutes, and I'm just thinking to myself, what poor young person has turned up on a Saturday morning shift near Christmas and looked at the rota and saw their name under the bee costume and thought, fuck me, yeah, here we go again. This bee costume.
Was it a bee theme or for the party, or like what was the reason for the bee?
The Hive,
of course.
Yeah, it's got like a bee. I'm just thinking this costume's must have been at least 10 years old. It was very tired, and the bee was just clearly hungover and clearly not living life. But the kids, God bless them, they love anything in a costume. So my daughter told me it's not a
Easily
real bee.
pleased.
I was like, I'm glad it wasn't a real bee. But yeah, so that was at the Hive. Shout out to the Hive in Bathgate. Next party was in Dalkeith, which was a place called, don't even remember, but it was good. It was a good jungle themed vibe at that party.
Nice.
So just
Sausage rolls and sandwiches at both.
Sandwich at the first one, hot food at the second one, mate. Chicken nuggets,
Oof.
chips, macaroni. So I had my fair share of chips at the end there because the kids didn't eat them.
Jeez, huh?
Big portions for a kids' party, so I was very pleased with that. But the soft play is it's Law of the Jungle sort of vibe. It's every child for themselves. It's like a fucking Royal Rumble vibe. And I was in there at the first one, like chasing my son, because there's this mad slide in the Hive where it was just like fucking rapid, and obviously he's too small to go on it, but he just kept running away into the big soft place. So I had to chase after him, and that was quite fun until I knocked over a small child. But he was fine. He was okay.
He recovered.
He recovered. Yeah, only a few
No
stitches.
lawsuits
from him.
impending.
No. Other than that, I went out in Edinburgh yesterday for lunch at an establishment called the Herringbone. You been there before?
Never been, but have been past it a few times.
Yeah, very, very tasty. I must be in some sort of festive mood because I'm just spending money willy-nilly.
Oh, that's not like you.
Just fucking splashing the cash, mate. I was like, how much is that? It doesn't matter. Boom. You want a tip? Here's 10%. You know, usually I'm
You've not grabbed your old toaster
2%.
and it's like electrocuted you, have you?
No.
Turned in, like,
And I was in
No.
Farm Foods the other day. I just bought 24 tins of Dr Pepper Zero. I just bought them. Don't even know how much they cost. Just paid for them.
didn't consult the bank balance before, just went
No.
straight ahead, didn't check the
But-
pricing on them,
But
just
then
wanted them
after
and
that, I
bought
was
them.
feeling a bit like, oh, sure, I've done that. So I was trying to like compare how much 2-litre bottles of Iron Brew would buy, dividing the cost by that, and seeing if I was getting more for my buck. In the end, I just gave up because maths is not my strong point. So just enjoyed the tins though. Here's one right now, Dr Pepper Zero. Yeah,
Good
it's
job
good.
the day job doesn't involve the use of numbers.
Nah, mate. I think I did standard grade maths. I don't think I even went above the just shite at maths. I think I'm got maths dyslexicness.
Maths dyslexicness. Okay.
Just can't do it, mate. I can try my best, but I don't know. I get a bit flustered by the old times and divide, but no fan of Pythagoras either. No, prick.
You couldn't have just added things up on your calculator, no? Unbelievable.
Well, I tried, but I couldn't work out how to work out like the cost per litre. You know, I added all the litres up with the Dr Pepper tins. You know, 24 times 330 millilitres. Found out how many litres that was, but then I just gave up after that because I couldn't work out. Anyway, I won't bore the listeners with it, but let's just say
Jesus Christ, 7
you
minutes
treat
in, isn't it?
yourself to 24 tins of Dr Pepper Zero from Farm Foods.
That's it.
Oh.
Tis the season to be treating both others and yourself.
Yeah, man. And then that's it, really. Other than that, just getting ready for Christmas, wrapping presents, and I think we've finally finished our Christmas shopping today. I had the displeasure of visiting the big Asda in Dunfermline, which was like a fucking, oh my god,
Christmas in Penang.
fucking grim. Just people everywhere. And why is it always old people that are kicking about at this time as well?
Oh, come on now.
Well, just so slow, just wandering about, The shop's like fucking heaving, they're just wandering about. Just fucking go
Everyone's
shopping.
got a right to go to the shop.
Yeah, they always go though, every day. Every day you can go. I'm sure they're up at
Well,
like
they
5
can't
in the
carry
morning. That's
masses and masses of bags back. You need to do a daily trip.
it's a 24-hour Asda. They're up at like 5 in the morning. Just go then. Just take a wee trip in the morning when no one's there. We'll be going like right in the middle of the day, where everyone's there.
A curfew for anyone over a certain age to go to the supermarket.
It'll be me one day. It'll be us all. So I'm sure I'll be one of those old fogies in 50 years, randomly stopping in the middle of an aisle to read their list when someone's behind them.
Oh,
That's fine.
he's in a bad mood today. He's in a bad mood.
But the good
I
thing
was,
is all the shops have the
oh.
veggies like 2p or whatever, 7p, 9p, 12p. So I've just got 1,000 kilos of potatoes in my cupboard.
You've
for no
recouped
reason.
that spending on the Dr
Yep.
Pepper Zero and spunked it on
The carrots
onions.
are the fridge is overflowing with carrots, potatoes, cabbages. So that'll be the next few weeks sorted. Cabbage stew and fried potatoes.
Okay. Kids
Anyway.
get selection boxes every day for a week and then on to cabbage stew for a fortnight.
How are you anyway, mate?
Oh, loving life, mate. I had the big fat quiz of the year on Thursday night at Nooch. That's our annual look back at the news over the last 12 months, and hosted by myself and Louis, our other quiz host. It was good. 3-hour bonanza, prizes was the slogan for this year, and we did not disappoint. So that was good fun.
What were some of the prizes that you gave out?
A new winner as well, friend. Some fantastic prizes. 3 cans of Tenant Zero were given away.
Nice.
We gave away a Lynx Africa box set. We gave away a cowbell from a charity shop. And there was free sweets on the front table, so that wasn't really a prize. That was more just a helpy selfie
What
situation.
kind of sweets?
There were the Swizzles multi-pack tub thing with love hearts and whatever else, drumstick lollies, etc.
Classic.
So yeah, that was Thursday, and then Friday night I had the privilege, Friday the 19th that would have been, of recording our special episode. So if you're listening to this, guys, on the 23rd, prepare for Boxing Day, almost a 2-hour special. Where Matt and Andrew sadly don't feature, but we bring in 2 guests, one from the east side of Edinburgh, a Hibs fan, and the other from Gorgie, to debate Hibs versus Hearts. So there's a bit of nostalgic vibe in there. There's a heated debate, and then we look at the upcoming fixture on the 27th. So if you've not already got your little bell ticked on Spotify or whatever app you use to listen to the podcast, get it ticked for that, because come Friday the 26th, you're going to have a mammoth episode to listen to, and by God, is it a cracker.
If you're a Matthew fan, don't bother listening, because I'm not going to be on it. Sorry if
there goes 99% of our listenership.
Sorry for the loyal Struggy lovers out there, but you can catch me around Dunfermline. Yeah,
you can, and if you do see him, do stop him for a selfie. He might even stop you for one. Just pretend it was the other way around. Anyway, right, it's on to predictions, Matthew.
It's fine.
Let's dive into that.
It's not bother, eh?
No, I think we probably should. If I can just share my screen, because that's me and technology. If you're watching, you're going to see some great graphics. If you're listening, you won't see them. But
you got some time on your hand over the festive period to update your graphics, Tam? Do you reckon?
No, I'm not going to be spending any time updating anything over the festive period. You can shove it up your arse.
Okay.
I'm going to be having a beer and watching the darts.
Could at least make it full screen now.
No, we tried that on the first episode where we had graphics and it didn't work. The leaderboard after week 11, so this is after last week's predictions. I was on the top of the leaderboard with 12. Andrew was in second on 9, and Struggy was on 7, way down in the bronze medal position. Andrew, we're going to pass over to you now. You predicted Celtic 2, Aberdeen 3 at the weekend. How did the game go, and how many points did you get for your prediction?
Well, I predicted Aberdeen to beat Celtic, after their tough run under Nancy, but Celtic got the win in the end, 3-1. An impressive performance from Celtic. Still a bit shaky at the old back, but attacking wise, they looked very exciting. Some certainly positive moments for Nancy, and to get the win. Is great, because I'm happy whenever Celtic win. So 3-1 to Celtic, bit of pressure off Nancy, and perhaps there is a way forward for this mad formation and tactics he likes to play. It's certainly going to be fun, that's for sure.
That is for sure. So Andrew, how many points do you get for that prediction?
A big fat 0 there, Tam.
0. Thanks, Andrew. Great. Great
You're
input.
welcome, mate. I'm on the Celtic.
Matthew, over to you. You were again looking at championship action.
Yep.
You predicted a win for the Pars at home to Scott Brown's Ayr United. How did that go?
I did, and it was a shock result there, with my prediction going the opposite direction as per usual. So no, not real shock. Dunfermline 2, Ayr 3. Ayr racing into a 3-0 lead at half time. Dunfermline came back very strongly in the second half. Absolutely pounded them. Got 2 goals back through left back in Gwenya. Couldn't do enough to get themselves a point, and it's another poor result for Dunfermline, who also lost in midweek to Queen of the South.
Yes,
that was a defeat. I got the score wrong, and I read it wrong when I was talking about it last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I misread it as well. I thought it was postponed again, but I just read the previous week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dunfermline really starting in their chase for the playoffs. I think not having Lennon on the touchline has been a bit difficult for them. But a great result for Ayr, who's consolidated themselves in 4th position. But Dunfermline really need to pick up some wins. That's been about a month without a win, and for the Pars struggling a bit to find some sort of consistency in attack. But Zach Rudden's back from injury. He started at the weekend. Him and Andy Todd had a good relationship before Rudden got injured, so perhaps that can be something that can fire them to victory. But yes, it's a win for Ayr, and I'm not too bothered about it. So come on the Rovers.
Yeah, you'll be hoping that Dunfermline form continues for the weekend. You've got the big game at Starks. How do you see that one going? It's not the point of this episode, but tell us your thoughts.
I think Graith will win. Got a good record against Dunfermline at home. I think we'll continue that. And Doug Emery, who's been a fantastic start. He seems to have got the boys playing for him. Another great away performance, 0-0 against Thistle. And we look good at home. So yeah, I'm going to say 3-1 Rovers. Really feel confident with Emery at the helm that we're going to get in the playoffs this season. Fantastic.
Well, those playoff spots are always hotly contested, aren't they? It's going to be tight right through until match day 36. Another league where it's very tight is League One. I had gone for another game down at Palmerston with Queen of the South taking on Montrose. Both teams were in fantastic form going into the game. And I'd seen a lot of 1-1s for Queen of the South this season. The Stenhouse-Muir game, which I'd looked at previously, was the same scoreline. So I went for that prediction. And on any other day, it would have been 1-1. I think that was probably a deserved result. But Queen of the South ran out 1-0 winners.
Shame.
The game was full of not too many clear-cut chances, to be totally honest. Could have easily been 0-0. But yeah, I think Queen's probably over the piece did have maybe slightly more sort of chances on goal from a better position than Montrose did. But they had equal shares of the ball. They didn't really seem to threaten Montrose. I think they were trying to keep it tight until the end and then push. But alas, it finished 1-0, so I get 0 points for that prediction as well. So it's a completely blank week for the boys. Absolute Tinpot predictions yet again.
Yep, classic. So
However,
leaderboard. Any change?
The leaderboard is about to be... Yeah, there is a change. Because if you remember, I gave you boys a chance to try and recoup some points against me by predicting the United Celtic game. Andrew had gone with a 1-1 draw. You'd gone with a Celtic 2-0 win, I think, Matthew. And I'd gone for a 2-1 victory to Dundee United. And we all know what the score was that day. Matthew, do you want to just tell us, just to confirm it?
I think it was Dundee United 2, Celtic 1.
It was. So that means I jump up 3 points. Up
It's
to
a fucking
15.
fix.
It's a
conspiracy.
With 4 correct scores, 3 correct results. Andrew's still in second, 1 correct score, 6 correct results. And Matthew, 1 correct score, 4 correct results.
You're getting those red rolls, are you then? From your brother, are you, mate?
Well, the way things stand, we've got only one more week of predictions left, which will be next week.
So that's how you've done it, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
We could do a double dunter, just to try and mix things up, keep it interesting.
Enjoy those rolls.
You know me, Sharon's caring. You'll get a couple in the post.
Steel post
Right.
rolls, come on.
Stale post rolls. Hey, those rolls are that good, they could never go stale. They're unbelievable. Down at Nooch Bar and Kitchen.
Class.
Fantastic place to be. 5 rated on TripAdvisor, so it is. It's in the top 10 or top 12, I think, restaurants in Stirling on TripAdvisor.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
What a place. Get down there
Shite
for
quiz,
your festive scran. That's untrue and harsh. Right, on to the Battle of Rugby Park. Was it at Rugby Park, that game?
It was at Rugby Park.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Just double checking. So at the end of the game, there was a few Kilmarnock fans that had been clearly shouting a few choice words to the players after they were defeated at home by Falkirk. And Dom Thompson didn't take too kindly to that. He sort of went over, and there was stewards interfering. His own players, Brian Graham, got involved to try and drag him away. No matter how much they tried, excuse me, he wanted to have a chat with them. So we couldn't hear what was said. I don't think there's been an interview with Dominic Thompson since then to find out what it was all about. But clearly he wasn't happy with some of their criticism. Now, we have to say just at the start, before we get into this, abuse of any sort is obviously wrong, Matthew. We're not condoning that. But what level should fans take it to when they're shouting at their team when they're going through a patch like Kilmarnock are just now? Is there a line?
I mean, I've never been a shouter of insulting things or a booer or anything like that. We obviously all get frustrated when we go to the football. That's just part and parcel of the game. people just seem to take it too far and cross the line. I don't think you can. I don't think there's a need to get personal, or there's a need to be overly aggressive with players. I don't really see the benefit for anyone in that. Certainly don't throw chairs or anything at them either, or shout any abuse at them. It's just, I don't think that's what a fan does. I mean, a supporter or a fan is supposed to support the team. Clearly, things aren't going well for Kilmarnock, but I mean, they're not bottom in the league, so it could be worse. I mean, you're entitled to be you're entitled to be upset. Like, it's fine. You love the club. You support them, but at the end of the day, football's supposed to be a leisure activity. You know, it's supposed to be a thing you go to because you enjoy it. And I guess if your team's pissed, then it's a bit harder to enjoy. But I mean, really getting verbally abusive towards the players is just, I think it's out of order. Really, I don't know what you think.
Yeah, there's no room for abuse, or especially if it's personal. Like you, I'm not a booer. I'm not. If you're there, especially whilst the game's on, you should really be trying to encourage your team if they're not winning more than anything. But I think the argument will be these people maybe are season ticket holders and have paid several hundreds of pounds every year to go and watch their team and turn up every week in the pissing rain or the freezing cold. And one thing that they'll be maybe getting more frustrated with than anything is like lack of effort. I think that's the biggest, most frustrating thing. If you're getting beat by better teams, or your tactics just aren't right, and you've sacked a manager and you're going through a struggle like that, people should have more leniency. But I think if there's lack of effort, and you're paying all that money, and these players are getting paid so handsomely now, like you're entitled to voice your opinion.
How can they constitute what's lack of effort, though? How can they tell what's lack of effort?
Yeah, I know.
That seems to be
what
the
I was going to
argument
say though was that, like, as much as the players have a right to not shout whatever they want, we've caveated that at the start, but shout their frustrations, the players should be able to, I think, I mean, they probably shouldn't, but I think they're well within their rights to have a discussion about it. And you see that in Germany quite a lot, or in Italy sometimes, where fans aren't happy, the ultras, they go over and have a blether, and it's never aggressive back or forth. I think they're just getting their point across. So do you think players doing that, do you think that shows that they do care if they go over and have a chat, or is it a bad sign?
I don't know. I certainly think it's a bad look when it's right after a game on the side of the pitch, and clearly emotions are running high straight after defeat. Perhaps there should be avenues or ways in which they can have these discussions sort of away from match day, when everyone's sort of a bit more angry or frustrated straight after a game. You know what it's like when you've ever played football, or when you've played a game of fives, or any sort of sport, when after a defeat you're fucking raging, you know, and you're not going to be raging at you're raging at yourself, you're raging that you lost. And I don't think that's the best place for a discussion, but I don't know if there are any avenues in which they can be created that you know, apart from, I don't know, forums, you know, within the club, that they can have sort of discussions. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, does it give a bad look for him to be looking quite? He was certainly animated, this Dom Thompson chap. Clearly, he's passionate about Kilmarnock, and he's passionate about defending himself or defending his teammates. I don't know. I just don't think it should be done on match day. I don't think it helps anyone. I think people need to take, at least not straight after the final whistle, you need to take a moment to sort of decompress and to, you know, reassess the game. And fans as well need to sort of step back from the immediate emotion after a game, because it can be quite fraught.
If it shouldn't be dealt with on match day, if Dom Thompson's got something he wants to say to that fan in particular, there's no other real avenue.
I know,
unless he puts like a social media post or like. But then you just seem to be petty, because I think you're bringing it up a few days later, so for everyone to see. Like you say, as long as you're controlled in the way you're doing things, I think you can have that discussion, even when tempers are raised. As long as there's no physical altercation, you should be fine, and it doesn't get personal back and forth. Like you then starts having to go at the fan and vice versa. But do you think fans maybe are nowadays a bit too entitled? We saw quite a lot with or we have seen quite a lot this season with both the Old Firm teams and Celtic chants for the board to go out, and then Nancy out. They were chanting at the Celtic, the United game. Sorry, we saw it at the Falkirk Stadium with Russell Martin in his last game. Those were awful scenes to be seeing. So fans obviously pay a lot of money to keep that club going, and they're well within their rights to have an opinion, but are they too entitled, do you think? Like, years gone by, if your team's losing, what did you do 20 years ago, just for example? Did you do all this stuff? Did you have these chants? Did you have protests outside the ground? Did you have these altercations at the stadium? I don't know.
Well, I hate to bring everything back to social media, but clearly the death of the world and all the problems that the world is inhabiting is because of social media. I think having that platform certainly gives people a bit more bravery online. Perhaps that translates more towards certain entitlement to feel like their opinion matters more than it really does. So perhaps that is a cause. Or perhaps they want to film themselves giving people abuse to get social media attention. I don't know. Are fans more entitled?
Are they too entitled? Is, I suppose, a question.
Do you mean do they have too much power, or do they feel like they have more power, or are they entitled?
Do they feel like they're because they pay
matter?
the money every week?
Mm-hmm.
They should be listened to more, because clearly it's because they're shouting these things and they don't feel like they're getting listened to, and the performances on the pitch aren't good enough for their standards. Who puts them in charge to create those standards is the question.
The clubs have a fan liaison officer or whatever it's called, who sort of acts as a go-between between the fans and the board. Is that a thing that's common? I think the Rovers have that. I don't know. I don't know if. There's always that debate where you say, "Oh, I buy a season ticket, I pay all my good money, I'm entitled to shout abuse, or I'm entitled to." I think they're entitled to have their opinion. Yes, I mean you can't deny people their right to say what they believe. I think some things can go too far. I don't think that it helps anyone really to be shouting abuse at people. I don't know.
And the thing is, there's not really a solution to any of this, is there? Because if, like what you're saying, people should be able to go to the stands and within reason say what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can't stop them doing that, and we can't stop players hearing it. So all of this is a bit moot, really. It's always going to happen, because the culture shift that you're talking about is what I spoke about on our Room 101 episode about social media and how that's the root of loads and loads of problems within the game. And you can't take away that or the culture that surrounds it. So we're stuck in this position where you're going to get abuse from the stands, you're going to get players rising to it, rightly or wrongly. This whole thing's moot. Is it not? What an episode.
It is. I mean, if we're talking about the broader point of fans interacting with players directly, do it. Maybe do it after every game then. Why not? Why do we have to talk to fans after we get beat? Why can't you go up to them after a win and say, "Oh, it was a great game today, lads"? Why are they just not... They don't want to talk to the players after it's a comfortable 2-0 victory and ask them about how their tactical performance helped beat the team, or how the players...
Well, they can't, can they? They can't go over and be like, "Love me even more."
Just everyone get on the pitch at the end of the day. After end of every game, just a pitch invasion. Everyone just has a massive chat. All the fans, all the players. They sit them down like a circle at school. Fans in the middle. Players on the outside. Chat to them.
Again, I think football fans just need to trust a coaching staff, a manager, and players to do their job. Like, there's the idea of almost like a fans committee that once a season or whatever can speak to the group of players and the managers in the way that those ultras are doing in Italy and Germany, like we described. But
that goes far as well.
How are they to, like, who are they, to tell them what to do on the pitch? They're not professionals. And they could maybe get the point across of how much they love the club and how, what their club means to them and the history of it and all that shit. But it's a bit much, isn't it?
I know. I mean, you can't never... I don't think you can ever question a player's mentality in terms of trying hard, because I think everyone who's ever played a sport, like I've said, doesn't want to lose. So you're not going to go out there and not try and run, not try and tackle. But there's certainly more to a game than running all around a lot, and that's what a lot of fans seem to constitute as, try and harder, given a lot is sort of getting stuck in or running really fast. Whereas they might have been told not to run really fast for a certain period of time during the game. They should be under tactical. Well, you never know because they don't waste your energy. Come on, there's a lot more going on in a game tactically and whatever than the layman understands. You know, like just because someone doesn't fucking go in hard and smash someone doesn't mean they don't care. They're not trying. I think the idea that players
so you're
don't
telling me
try.
that's never happened on a football pitch. Players haven't tried.
Why would you not try and win a
Come
game
on.
of football? Like
You
why
saw
would
the
you not try and
county
win?
game against the Rovers when it went 2 or 3-0. Like, come on, were those players given a 100%?
I don't think they had given up to the fact that they were.
Were they given 100%?
I mean, I'm not in their heads, mate. I don't know. They got battered 6-0. I don't think they didn't try and not get battered 6-0. I just don't think they were good enough. You can't say that a player doesn't. Why would you not try?
So every time a team gets pumped, it's always due to like either difference in skill level or tactical difference that it's never because one team just hasn't turned up that day.
Well, I think there's a difference between not turning up and not trying. I think you can try your best, but at the end of the day, you're not good enough to win the game, whether it be a individual or collective. What's if one player out of 10 tries hard and they get? You tell me a whole team doesn't try and win a game because what they want the manager sacked. I mean, that's a lot.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But your point is that no player has ever not tried on a football pitch.
Well, I'm just speaking from my own personal experience as a five-a-side legend, man. I always try. I'm getting battered by 7 minutes, 7 goals with 5 minutes to go. I'll be running back, winning that ball in the corner.
Yeah, and if you had a team full of Matthew Strugnells, or this is why, like for example, James Milner's maybe like a really good pros, maybe just always try, or Jordan Henderson, maybe these guys just always put in effort 100%.
I don't understand the concept.
I don't know,
of being
like
a football player. And
what about like a Hatem Ben Arfa, or I don't know, someone I can't remember what player I'm trying to quote just now, but these players that have all the flair and all the skill in the world, but just don't try hard enough.
Yeah, we're not talking about that Killie, so I don't think that's an argument. We can talk about Killie, mate. There ain't no flair going on there, son.
Well, no, but the point is still valid at, say, like County or at United a few years ago, when you've got players that are a bit older, just picking up a paycheck, their career's winding down, they're not going to get a better move from that. So, like, is the effort 100% there the way it was when, say, Charlie Mulgrew was at Celtic? Just as an example. So in this league, it does exist.
Just find it difficult to accept. Maybe I'm in denial. I don't know. I just feel like if you're a professional footballer, why would you not want to try hard and win them, or try hard at least to have some personal respect and personal pride? I mean, do these players go home at night after not trying it or whatever, and sleep at night, or do they? How can you sleep at night when you fucking haven't tried 100% every game?
Maybe apples and oranges comparing this a wee bit, but there's bound to be days where you go to work and you don't put in 100%.
Come on, son.
It's true.
I'll do my job 100% all in when it's there to be done, son. I'm going to do it. It's different because footballer's job's 90 minutes. You can maybe not try training for a wee, but when the game comes, you better fucking be there. You're right, that's what fans ask for, and if you say that perhaps that isn't what they're doing, then they have a right to be upset, and they have a right to share that opinion with the players, perhaps. I don't know. I just feel like it just doesn't look good. The whole situation that especially the weekend, it didn't look good. And I don't really believe that the ultras thing really I find that idea bizarre as well in Italy or whatever, like chasing the players down and all that shit. I seen Fiorentina were like on a mad like lose and run and they had to block the training ground and stuff. I mean, that's bizarre. I think some people just like to have confrontation, whether it be with anyone. I don't know. I certainly don't think it's common because it doesn't happen a lot. I mean, you certainly don't see it every weekend. I don't know.
Well, you do see the scenes at Kilmarnock. You do see every weekend. The only bit you don't see is the player biting back.
Yeah.
So that's what's made the headlines, isn't it? The fact that he snapped back, and is it wrong to really focus so much on that? Because you're at the end of the day, you're a human being. You're getting paid to do a job, and that job, that nowhere in the contract does it say accept abuse, and we don't know what's been said to that player. So he's well within his rights to go over and have a conversation. Now, where it goes wrong is Cantona jumping into the stands and examples like that, where there's as you would say, physical violence getting involved.
Physical violence. But
so there's two sides I suppose to look at. Can it do any good, him doing that? And should he do that? Like, is there any benefits to someone going chatting to the fans?
Yeah, I mean, he certainly can get his point across and sort of explain. Well, if it is if it is a tactical or whatever a discussion, then there is a place for him to sort of perhaps, like you've seen my managers going over and explaining, why things didn't go their way. If it's a personal thing, then there's no. I don't think it benefits him to sort of argue back with a moron in the stands who's showing personal abuse, because it's never going to stop them, is it? So we don't know what was said.
Excuse me.
I don't know. It's a difficult debate because, as I say, he clearly felt that it was the right thing at the time, and fair play to him. It does take balls, I guess. It does take balls. That's why it doesn't happen as often with players. So he clearly felt passionately about it. I wonder what the outcome will be.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be looked into. And I don't know where it stemmed from. We might find out in the news over the next couple of days.
Very, very wound up.
Where it stemmed from.
He was looking very. I don't know if he was upset or he was upset with the players trying to hold him back. But and then Brian Graham tries to hold him back, then fucks off, and then everyone's like chanting Brian Graham. He's like dancing behind him. You've seen the bit where he.
That's what makes it look worse. I think when people try and hold you back.
Yeah, and
that guy's maybe not trying to be physically aggressive towards the fan. But it looks like that because he's barging past people to get to him. All he maybe wanted to do was have a chat. But anyway, yeah, I'm probably on the side of the player in that instance.
Yeah.
Like, just refrain from what you're saying. Voice your opinion, but do it smartly. Don't get aggressive towards individuals on the pitch, and don't tell them how to play football either. A lot of the time,
we've agreed that players sometimes try, sometimes don't try. I like to believe they try all the time. I'll just continue to believe that.
I'm more of the Roy Keane school of thinking, that maybe a bit of a Luddite in some regards, but these too many people now are interested in other things other than just getting their job done on the pitch, I think. But anyway,
like what?
That's more than enough. Like their brand deals or whatever else they've got on the go. Or
who's got brand deals for Kilmarnock, mate?
Well, maybe not Kilmarnock, but just in general. Just in
Paul Pogba?
Yeah.
Let it go. Paul Pogba's finished, mate.
Let's not go south of the border.
Fucking hell, Roy.
Right. Some festive fun, Matthew. Are you ready? I've not prepped you on this.
What a weird topic
just the last minute.
It was like
I know.
Christmas episode. We're talking about players abusing fans and whatnot. Mr. D.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Where should the line be drawn? Are fans too sort of involved? Do they think that are they maybe too entitled? I don't know. Just let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, and give us some ideas for ways in which we can have a sort of discussion, or there can be a closer connection between players and fans in terms of discussion points. Is there an avenue that can be explored to give opportunity for a civilized discussion? I don't know.
Good point, Matthew. Yes, let us know down below. We've not had a response from our D that commented. I was just checking there, from our D that commented on last week's episode.
Shut the bed, is he?
Since we shot him down, yeah, he's not come back to us. So maybe upon hearing this reminder, he will think to write in and try and have a go back.
Has he ever abused Stephen Presley this season?
Well, yeah, let us know.
Dundee fan, yeah, let us know if you've shouted at Presley.
I mean, I would if I was in that dugout. Right, like I say, festive fun. And apologies for not prepping you on this before. Like I say, it was a last-minute thought. I am looking to produce with you, sir, as you and I in a team effort. It's not a quiz, this. A Christmas-themed Scottish football 11. So, for example, if there was a player called Snowman, John Snowman, he would get in the team. He can either have played in Scotland, as Henrik Larsson did, or be Scottish and have played elsewhere, like Darren Fletcher.
Okay.
You can go any formation you like. So, any festive-related names you can think of?
Let's think. We'll start a goalkeeper.
Start
how do we
GK.
think? Yeah, we discussed this briefly off the pod, so I've had a chance to have a wee think. One that came to my head, I heard it on the radio a couple of weeks ago. It would be Cammy Jingle Bells.
Cammy Bell, as in Jingle Bells, yeah?
Yeah, Cammy Jingle Bell. Or Jingle Bell.
He preliminarily goes in as the goalkeeper, unless we can think of something better. We had a quick spitball off air, and the team name I think we agreed on might have been Reef Rovers. Was that fair?
Classic. Reef Rovers, yeah.
Yeah, the Wreath Rovers.
Nice,
And
mate.
manager based on an alcoholic Christmas drink,
Yeah.
Dick Advocat.
Advocat. Yeah, classic.
Advocat. Yeah. So
Advocat.
Dick's in charge of Wreath Rovers, and we've got so far Cammy, Jingle Bells, and goals. We can go any formation we like here.
Let's just go 4-3-3.
4-3-3-2.
3-4-3. 3-4-3.
Three centre.
Let's go
three
Nancy
centre-backs.
style. 3-4-3.
Oh God. Okay. There maybe is something in Nancy, to be fair. Think of Christmas-based words, I suppose. Snow.
Hmm.
Snowmen.
What about
snowballs.
for one of the defenders, Christian Daly?
Christian, or could just be Christian, to be fair. But Christian Daly, yeah.
For
Wasn't it
Jesus
CB?
Christ, our Lord and Saviour.
Or we have to go in. I can't go in order of position here. There's too many things
No,
going around my head.
just gonna wing it. Go on then. Let's hear one. Just shut them out.
It's not easy to come up with.
I know.
Jean. Oh, this isn't going to work. Jean-Claude Darcheville up front.
John. Oh yeah, John Santa Claus is Darshville.
So instead of Claude, we've got Claus.
Rudolph Scatchell, mate. Speaking of
I'll give you. It's
Rudolph.
Rudy, but yeah, proper name is
anyways,
Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red Nose.
So we've got
Jambo.
put him on the left wing, and then we've got Darcheville in the middle.
I also had Ivan Brussels Sprout. Ivan Sprout.
Can he play right wing?
He can play right wing. Ivan Sprout.
Sprout on the right
Love him or
wing.
hate
Okay.
him. I don't know what's your thoughts on Sprouts, mate. On Christmas dinner.
Fine if I don't know if they're just boiled on their own and eaten, they're a bit gross. If they're done nicely with a bit pancetta or something, not that I'm a fancy chef, but
Do you like gravy on yours, or do you like your Christmas dinner plain, mate?
oh, gravy all day. Yeah, gravy's holds it all together, doesn't it? Binds it well.
Yeah, just moistens that turkey, that's for sure. Excuse me.
Berry Robson, is that a bit shit?
What's the berry
Are
about?
berries associated with Christmas?
Is it?
Like the berries of holly? No,
Nah.
that's a bit shit.
Speaking of snow, mate, I know you mentioned the snowman earlier. How about Evander Snowman?
Could also be Evander Snowball, but yeah, we like it. So
Or
where's
Snow
he
Angel.
playing centre mid?
Yeah, centre mid, yeah.
So we've got a centre back, a goalie, centre mid, a striker, left wing and right wing. So we're a couple of midfielders, a couple of centre backs, and some wide defenders.
I've got another striker, mate. Chris Candy Kane. Chris Kane?
As it was in Chris Kane.
Yeah, Chris Candy Kane.
Ah, okay. If you're going down the Kane route, you could have Candy Kane Hemmings.
Oh, nice. Candy Cane Hemmings.
I
Good
think
one.
We don't need more strikers though, mate. You're just whipping out names for nothing.
I'm just going what comes into my head at any given moment.
Vladimir Three Weiss Men.
Oh, nice.
Vladimir
That's-
Weiss. Vladimir
that's a good
Three
one.
Weiss Men.
3 Vice men.
Goes in the middle along with Evander Snow.
How about another striker? Noel Hunt?
Stop naming strikers.
Noel Hunt's a good
Noel
one, though.
Hunt. Yeah, good. Okay.
Strikers
We're
are...
a bit top heavy.
Yeah, well, it's a fantasy 11, mate. Don't worry, we're not going to play Celtic next week.
George Manger at centre back instead of George Stanger.
Nice one.
It's a bit like tennis. We've got two centre backs, a couple of midfielders. We've got the front portion sorted.
How about Arnie Angel? Arnie Angels? For
Arne Angels, yeah.
Arnie Angels.
Arne
That
Angels,
works.
Arne Angels. I like it. Well done. It's very
Can't think
good.
any more defenders. I don't know if you've got any up your sleeve.
So we need a right back and a left back.
At least
really.
one defender more, I think.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think it's just Christmas words here. Cracker. Is there a cracker?
James McCracker or David what's it, David McCracker?
David McCracken.
Yeah, David
Cracker.
McCracker. How about Joke Newell? You get like a joke in your Christmas
another
cracker.
midfielder there, mate. We're
He can play left back.
loaded.
He can play left back. Had fans written.
Slay Logan.
Nice.
Slay Logan.
Slay, bitch. You
And then
slay.
a left back.
But Holly or
Holly. Holly Bolingoli?
Who? What?
Bolingoli, but Holly Bolingoli.
Oh, the Celtic.
Yeah, the Celtic one.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure he was a left back.
What about Tree? Any Tree?
Kieran Tierney.
Nice, Kieran Christmas Tierney.
Right. Oh, another keeper I've remembered from our chat earlier, which he didn't go with at the start. Figgy Malkowski.
Nice.
Zibby.
I'll give us some figgy pudding. I'll give us some figgy pudding.
So we've got Wreath Rovers lining up with Dick Advocat as the gaffer. Cammy Jingle Bells in goals. We've got Slay Logan at right back. George Manger and Christian Daly at centre back, and Holly Bolingoli at left wing back. Midfield three of Evander Snowman, Arnott Angels, and Vladimir Three Weissmen.
Nice, that's good.
And then a front three of, I mean, Matt gave us a bit
Could be
10
anyone
here, but Rudolph Scatchel, I think, on the left wing.
Yeah.
Ivan Sprouts on the right wing, Sproul. And I'll take Jean Claus Darcheville.
Jean Claus. Nice.
Or one of the Kanes we had. Good effort, mate.
Yeah, it was good.
Not
Tough.
bad for 2 or 3 minutes prep pre-recording. Well done.
Yeah, it was... got me in a more festive mood after our depressing chat from earlier.
Yeah, I heard about the terrible news today. The man I've done a few impressions of on this pod over the last 6 months, Chris Rea, has sadly passed away, age 74. So, Matthew, if you'd like to give us 1 or 2 bars of Chris Rea, just in homage.
Driving home for Christmas. Rest in peace, Chris.
Good man. Excellent. Right, quiz time.
In a world where sponsorship is more accessible than ever, that world exists at sportsponsorship.co.uk. Whether you're interested in making a difference to your local community or further afield, or perhaps you're looking for access to tens of thousands of followers online to push your brand further than ever, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk. That's sportsponsorship.co.uk.
Quiz time, Mr. Strugganell.
Me versus you, is it?
No, it's you versus, well, kind of. Just you versus yourself, really. It's one where if you are on YouTube, you'll get great visuals. I'm going to describe things for those who are listening along without visual aid. Again, it's a new format. It's the last quiz before Christmas. I did promise a new quiz format every time. And I'd like to announce that I've not let you down.
Come on, Tam, putting in the hard work.
So basically, Matthew, I'll give you a 10% buffer either way. But you have to guess the price of these items on the different websites of Scottish football clubs. Because it's Christmas and you're going to be buying Christmas gifts, or Santa's going to be bringing you some, I thought we'd go down this route. So the first image on the screen is an East Fife darts flight. It's a pack of 3 flights from eastfifestore.com. What's your price?
£2.50.
$2.50. You've got a 10% buffer either side, so you need $2.75 or $2.25. It's £5.
Fucking scandalous, that's a rip-off.
£5 for a pack of 3 East Fife darts flights.
Jesus, wet. Just give them it for free.
And the pass mark for this quiz, Matthew, is 7. You need 7 or more
Jesus,
to pass
God.
and get the win.
The Clyde.
A Clyde football club, Clyde FC 2026 calendar is the next item.
Who's the manager of Clyde? Is it Young?
What's your price?
Is it one of the Youngs? Tenner.
10 spot? On the nose!
Oh, I'm a calendarsman. I get a calendar every year. Race
You never buy
Rovers.
it, though.
Yeah, but I'll check out the price.
Surprised you know the price. Right, moving on to Stirling Albion, who have got a fantastic apron for sale on their website.
Nice.
Red with the club crest in the middle. What's the price of this?
Could be some good quality material with that bad boy.
I'll also say, I'm looking for the price here without adding initials to the apron at an extra cost of £2.
$12.50.
$12.50. Oh, he's 50 pence out. It's only a tenner.
It's a decent deal.
Oh no, you were £1.50. Tell a lie.
Decent deal though.
A tenner for an apron's not bad.
Nice, not bad.
Next up, we have the Wraith Rovers Coca-Cola Cup tree decoration.
That's banging.
which Matthew will read out what's on there for those who are listening.
Jack Hill's, mate, nightclub. R.I.P. Jack Hill's. Winner. That's the Coca-Cola Cup winning kit from '94.
Yes. It's a little Christmas tree decoration with the kit from
I'll go
£19.94
£3.50
on it. £3.50 for the Rovers tree decoration. It's £4.99. That means you sadly don't get the points. You're 1 out of 4 so far,
These football clubs are fleecing their fans, like, apart from Sterling
including
Albion.
your own.
I know.
Next up, the ICTFC Wall of Fame tile. Hashtag togetherness, hashtag believe. How much is it to get your tile up in the Inverness Caledonian Thistle tunnel?
25 bar.
He's gone very, very low. It's 50 bar.
Man, what the fuck?
1 out of 5. This is not your forte.
I know. I'm going to have to go up.
Next up is a single duvet set from Dundee FC. Maybe
15,
our
15.
listener who left the Dundee comment has this.
Yes, he's snuggling up warm under that duvet at night. 15 quid.
15 bar. 40.
£40 for a duvet. Fuck me. Who'd ever buy this garbage? Like, seriously.
You're so out of touch with the price of things because you
just
never
stick a
buy
fucking you just stick a brand or a fucking cartoon character on the front of something. You double the price. It's disgrace.
That's it, mate. That's probably, Lidl or B&M or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's single duvet set just with a Dundee crest on it. Robbing bastards. Right, St Mirren FC Christmas Santa sack.
Okay,
and if you think my image here is grainy, that's it's taken straight from St Mirren's website, so bad image quality on their site.
Come on, £8.
It's a tenner! He's still got it wrong.
Fuck me.
Unbelievable.
Come on, give me one.
Livingston FC Xmas stocking, a very fashionable black and yellow stocking with the crest on it and a few yellow snowflakes.
So £8 again.
Snow. £8, it's £12.
£12, Livingston, fuck off. £12. How many more have left this?
2 more, we're doing 10 in total. You've only got 1 so far.
And then high.
Next up is a Celtic FC collapsible stool.
When would you need that? I don't know.
On the top of the stool where you put your arse, it says Celtic FC, established 1888.
£18.
And it's a garish green. It's £15, down from 25.
Come on.
I'll give you the point. Give you the
please, give me the point.
And finally,
here we go. The big
the best to last. Rangers FC. It's a Christmas bauble that says on it, "I've been a good supporter." Don't think there'll be many of those given out to Rangers fans this year because they've been very naughty.
£6.
It's a staggering £8.
Jesus wept.
Which, when we compare to the Wraith Rovers one of £4.99, makes it now look like
That's
an
the Yanks
absolute
for you,
bargain.
mate, eh?
That's it. Well, a 2 out of 10 effort in the quiz, Matthew. Not your
my
finest
40.
showing. No, shopping is never has been.
Nah.
You're used to seeing things with yellow labels on them.
Yeah, boy.
Bargain hunter.
Come on.
There we go. That was 50 minutes or so of the best fun I've had in a long time.
We got through that, lad.
What an episode, eh? Talking about fan abuse, building a random festival living, and a terrible, terrible quiz to round out 2025.
We might give some people some last minute stocking filler ideas. So
yeah, true.
I doubt it'll be delivered in time though. So
it's the
Amazon.
23rd. This is coming out. Yeah, you're struggling if you're.
Get out the club shop if it's still open.
Yeah, 23rd.
Wherever
most
you
club
may
shops will
be.
be open, I would guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it's
Support
overpriced tap.
local football.
Yep. They're fucking shafting you, but still, it's your club. Gotta support them.
You do. But yeah, thanks for listening. We'll be back with Andrew hopefully next week. And like I said, Friday the 26th, Boxing Day, that big Edinburgh Derby special. It's a bumper pack with 2 new guests. So get listening to that. To all of the listeners who have supported the pod over the last 6 months, a very merry festive period, however you're celebrating or if you're not. And also rolling into the new year, we wish you a prosperous year alongside Tinpot, who may or may not be around in 2026 at this rate.
Tell your friends,
cares?
keep us going. Tell your family.
Yeah. Merry Xmas, guys.
Yeah, Feliz Navidad,
Bye.
mate. Cheers.